So Capital One has a lot of credit cards. They all offer loads of different benefits, some more for cashback, some more for travel, but how do you know which one of them is right for you? Well, that's what today's video is for. Today we're going to break down each of the benefits that the credit cards may have for you, some of the drawbacks they may have, as well as I'll give my personal recommendations as a Capital One credit card holder myself. We're going to start out with an absolute classic, the Capital One Platinum card. Arguably the most basic and straightforward credit card for beginners across all different lenders. The card comes with no annual fee, but also offers you really no benefits. You don't get any rewards for any of the spending that you'd be doing on this card, so it can leave a little bit to be desired there. That being said, it is amongst one of the easiest credit cards you can get approved for. So if you are a very beginner or you're rebuilding your credit from a low point, it could be a nice option for you. That being said, would I recommend this card? Probably not, unfortunately. There are other cards, even on this list specifically, that I would recommend for beginners to be able to build up your credit while getting rewards for your spending. Now, if you already have this credit card, you can actually upgrade it to one of the next cards on this list if you want to get more from your spending. And getting into the other cards, we're going to transition to those cards that do offer you rewards for your spending. We'll first talk about the cards that offer you cashback rewards, and then we're going to transition to the cards that offer travel rewards. And coming from the Platinum card, one of the best cards that you can upgrade that card into that earns you cash back is the Capital One Quicksilver. The Capital One Quicksilver also has no annual fee, and it comes with a welcome bonus of earning you $200 cash back after only spending $500 within the first 3 months. That's very achievable from your natural spending habits. The Quicksilver card is a card that earns a flat 1.5% cash back on all spending categories. You also get yourself a 5% back if you book hotels or car rentals through the Capital One travel portal. The card is also a World Elite MasterCard, which does come with its own various benefits, including no foreign transaction fees, a dedicated concierge service, and various purchase protections as well. In my opinion, this is a very straightforward credit card and is one of the easiest credit cards to get lots of value from. I've personally seen some people use this credit card in a way where you can set up automatic payments and automatic cashback redemptions. So they literally spend with the card, take the profit that they'd get from using the card, and just set it and forget it. It's a really nice card to get easy value back from. So yeah, if you just want one credit card to get nice value from, this could be the one for you. Keeping up with the theme of cashback credit cards, we're going to get into arguably one of the best cashback cards across all lenders for 2024. And this happens to also be the card that I personally own. And the card I'm talking about is, of course, the Capital One Savor One. Now this card, it's kind of amazing. I did post a review on it after holding the card for 6 months. If you guys want to check out that video, I'll leave that in the description below. But to sum it up, the card gives you lots of benefits. The card earns you a respectable 3% cash back on dining, groceries, entertainment, and popular streaming services. You also get yourself 5% cash back on hotels and car rentals booked through the Capital One travel portal. You get yourself 1% back on everything else, but also through November 2024, which is of course this year, you get a complimentary Uber One membership, and you get 10% back on Uber rides and Uber Eats purchases through that time. Guys, that's insane. A no annual fee credit card giving you 10% back on something as easy to use as Uber Eats. You can literally do a pickup order, get your 10% back, run in, grab your food, get out. Super fast and really easy to get lots of value from. I absolutely abuse this benefit. The Savor One is also a World Elite MasterCard, so you do get those same benefits that I mentioned with the Quicksilver card. And to sum it up, this card is an absolute workhorse. Super solid in terms of the earning categories and the benefits you get, all for no annual fee. And it has the same welcome bonus as the Quicksilver card. You get $200 after spending $500 in the first 3 months. It's really nice to get lots of natural value from. Would recommend for honestly most people. I will say as well, both the Quicksilver and the Savor One do have student options. So if you are a student who has no previous credit history, this could be a nice option as your first credit card because they typically offer higher approval rates for students. And while we're on that topic of getting an easier approval rate, we can go towards another credit card, part of the Quicksilver series, the Capital One Quicksilver One, which offers all of the same benefits as the OG Quicksilver, except it comes with a $39 annual fee and no welcome bonus. The benefit of the Quicksilver One over the Quicksilver is that it typically also has a higher approval rate. That being said, from what I've heard, the Quicksilver isn't the hardest card to get approved for, and I'd like to recommend that one over the card that gives you the same benefits but at a price of $39. And the last cashback credit card we're going to talk about today is also part of the Savor series. In fact, it is the Capital One Savor. As you can assume, it is very similar to the Savor One in terms of the spending categories that you can get cash back in. But instead, this card comes with an annual fee of $95. The welcome bonus on this card also requires you to spend $3,000 to get you only $300 cash back. In terms of those spending categories, you do get yourself 4% back on dining, streaming services, and entertainment, but for some reason you only get yourself the 3% back on groceries. And so if you want my personal opinion, the Capital One Savor One actually makes a lot more sense than the Capital One Savor, because unless you're spending literally thousands of dollars to make up the annual fee on just dining, the Savor One, you could spend all that same money and get loads of benefits back, and you don't have to pay for that card. And this is going to lead us into Capital One's travel rewards credit cards. But before we get into those, if this video has been helpful so far, leave a like down below so the algorithm knows. One of the coolest features with the travel series of credit cards through Capital One is that you can actually transfer cashback from the cashback rewards cards into the travel points on the travel series of cards. It is important to note that you can't transfer them back though. So if you were to transfer points from like the Quicksilver or the Savor One into the Venture series of cards, which we'll get into in a sec, you can't transfer those back if you want to redeem them for the cashback. And as I just hinted at a second ago, those travel series of cards through Capital One are part of the Venture series. These cards directly earn points in the form of Capital One miles that can be used to redeem travel through the Capital One travel portal. These points can also be transferred out to Capital One's transfer partners for possible higher redemptions. But honestly, the Capital One travel portal is really nice to use from what I've heard, because they offer things like price match guarantee and really good prices in general. The first card out of the Venture series of credit cards through Capital One is the Capital One Venture One, which comes with no annual fee and a welcome bonus of 20,000 Capital One miles after spending only $500 in the first 3 months. And one way to value these Capital One miles is at 1 cent per point. So those 20,000 miles can equate to about $200 of cash back. The Venture One earns you a flat 1.25x back on all spending categories, and you also get yourself the 5x back on hotels and car rentals booked through the Capital One travel portal. On its own, this card may not earn the highest amount of points, but as I hinted at before, if you were to pair this card with either the Quicksilver or the Savor One, for example, you can take those higher earning values on those cards, transfer those cashbacks into points in the form of Capital One miles on this card, all for no annual fee. It's a cool idea. We're gonna move on though into the next card on this series, which is the OG Capital One Venture card. And this card is actually pretty nice as well. It is the first card to give us luxury travel benefits. The card does come with a higher $95 annual fee, but you do get a whopping 75,000 Capital One miles as part of that welcome bonus with this card. You do have to spend $4,000 in the first 3 months of holding this card, but you get a lot of points. The card comes with a $100 credit to TSA PreCheck or Global Entry, and you also get a $50 experience credit for things like room upgrades. In terms of spending categories, you do get yourself 2x back on everything, which is kind of nice. And you also get yourself 5x back on hotels and car rentals booked through the Capital One travel portal. Being a travel card as well that comes with luxury benefits, you're going to get things like travel insurance, no foreign transaction fees, and all of the standard credit card benefits that would come with using any credit card. This card is honestly a decent option. For only $95, you are getting lots of luxurious benefits. One of the benefits that this card did have was that you got 2 complimentary visits to premium lounges through Priority Pass network. That benefit has been recently taken away. That being said, if you were actually in the market for a credit card that could give you airport lounge access and a premium luxury experience in that sense, then wait no further than the next card on this list. And so this brings us to the almighty Capital One Venture X. Arguably the best value luxury travel card across all lenders for 2024. And for good reason. The card is awesome. It comes with a whopping $395 annual fee to hold the card, but compared to its competitors, it's actually not that bad. And it comes with lots of credits to offset the annual fee. And if you can benefit from those credits, you actually end up making positive value by holding this card. Those credits I was talking about include a $300 discount on travel booked through the Capital One travel portal, as well as a 10,000 anniversary miles bonus on your anniversary date of holding the card each year. Those 10,000 miles equal to about $100 of value if booked for travel, so combining the $300 discount and the $100 credit gives you a positive $400 of value, offsetting the annual fee of $395 and giving you positive $5 of value. Again, you only get that positive $5 technically if you spend naturally with the benefits that the card has. In terms of spending categories with this card, you do get the same 2x back on everything and 5x back on hotels and card rentals booked through the Capital One travel portal, just like the OG Venture. However, you also get yourself 10x back on flights booked through the Capital One travel portal as well. And these benefits are really nice, but they aren't exactly what makes this card amazing. And we'll get into that in a sec. The card comes with luxury benefits, including a Priority Pass membership, which gives you access to the premium Priority Pass lounges through the Priority Pass network. You also get yourself access to Capital One lounges. You get experience credits, you get potential room upgrades, and the most underrated benefit that this card has is that you can add up to 4 authorized users for free. And this is currently the only luxury credit card that allows you to do that. You can add 4 authorized users who can also bring a couple guests. So if you have a bigger family, this card can get you and basically your whole family into those premium lounges, all for the cost of just one Venture X. So to sum up this card, it is a premium travel card that can theoretically make you $5 a year, and it gives you loads of luxurious benefits. It's pretty hard to turn down if you're in the market for a luxury credit card. And again, with all of the Venture series of cards, the Capital One travel portal is actually pretty nice to use, especially with that price match guarantee. You're reassured that you're always going to get at least a decent value on your points, so they're pretty easy to use. And for more advanced users, you have access to the transfer partners, which can even get you possibly higher value. Let me know in the comments if you guys personally have any Capital One credit cards, or if you're planning to get any Capital One credit cards this year. And if you want to know what my personal strategy is for credit cards for 2024, check out this video here. But until then, I'll see you guys next time.